What up, nerds? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Leslie Smith, and today on the Nerdy Narrative, I'm going to be talking about my experience reading Butcher and Blackbird by Brynne Weaver, the first book in the Ruinous Love trilogy, which was published on December 12th, 2023. This is a dark romance novel. Actually, I would go so far as to say a dark romance comedy. There is a whole list of content warnings at the beginning of the book, which I believe are also listed on the author's website, which I'll have the website linked below, as well as the book if you want to read the full book description. One of the many things on that content warning list was accidental cannibalism. When I read that before I started the book, I just kind of glossed over it. That part, that chapter, that scene, I laughed till I cried. I am not kidding. I reread that one scene so many times because I was dying laughing. Now y'all know I love reading about serial killers, which is why my friend Sharon gifted me the Kindle book for this one, and it ended up her name was chosen for my patron pick of the month for March. And I asked her, I was like, can I do Butcher and Blackbird? And she's like, go right ahead. Y'all, I thought that I might chuckle at this book. I did not think that I was going to end up absolutely loving it. Before I was finished, I was pre-ordering book 2, which comes out June 4th or 5th. It's one of those two dates. I'll have it linked in the description below, but y'all, I cannot wait to get my hands on book 2. I've already been looking on NetGalley for it. I will be checking every day to see if I can get my hands on it. Anything to read it as soon as possible. That's how much I enjoyed this book. And I shouldn't have. This is not the type of book I read, at least not anymore. In high school, I read a bunch of smut, which I can't really call this one smut. Nothing happens for the majority of the book. There's a whole lot of tension and buildup though. I was ready for it to happen, y'all. It took too long. I keep getting off track. Let me get to the book description already. This book is the story of two serial killers who have a chance encounter with one another that leads to an annual competition. This bond develops, this friendship grows, which also over the years gradually changes into something more. That's what I like most about this, and I have respect for a romance novel when the characters don't immediately fall into bed together in the first few pages. This was a gradual building of a relationship, and my goodness, I just loved it. I also had the misconception that this was going to be a comedy about serial killers, that I wasn't going to enjoy that aspect, or that that aspect would get forgotten due to the romance. No. Brynne Weaver gave me a very delicious book about serial killers who kill serial killers. I loved reading about their technique, how they found and chose the serial killer that they were going to go after, and just the humanizing comedy that happens. Never once was the danger of this type of occupation forgotten. I don't know why I love this book so much, but I did. It was dark. It was unhinged. It was gory, bloody, spicy. I also would definitely recommend the audiobook for this one. I was very fortunate to get the audiobook from my library so that I could immersion read it with my Kindle copy. Joe Arden and Lucy Rivers narrate the two main characters, Rowan and Sloane. It's told in a dual perspective from the two characters. And even if the character is from Sloane's point of view, anytime Rowan had a speaking part, Joe Arden would voice it, and sometimes they would just meld like the sounds like of a character sighed. That character would sigh while the other person was talking. I'm absolutely terrible at describing the experience, but I really enjoyed it. I thought it was done very well. Would definitely recommend the book, whether you read it or whether you listen to it. It is adult. Very adult. I would not recommend this to younger audiences at all. If this isn't something you normally pick up, like me, if you go into it knowing what you're in for, you read that list of content warnings, and if those content warnings make you laugh like they did me, you're gonna love this book. So just wanted to share my thoughts about a book by a new to me author, a book I would probably not have ever picked up. So Sharon, thank you so much for putting that one on my radar and sending me a copy to read and love. Y'all hit the comments down below. If you've read this book, did you love it? Was it a surprise to you? Is it a type of book that you normally read? And if dark romance is a genre you typically read in, how does it stack up to some of your other favorites? I would love to know how this book is received by somebody who reads in this genre normally. And let me know if there's any other books you've read that are like this. Thank y'all so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll catch you in the next one.